Good morning, everybody. Well, the war has officially begun. YouTube fired the first salvo. I'm not going to do a teaching video. This is going to be another just commentary, me talking about things going on and what's going on with YouTube. You know, I've been complaining a long time that YouTube's been filtering me so that people can't find my videos and watch them. Satan can never debate head to head against God or anything written about God. All he can do is try to discredit or block. I'm going to just go ahead and quickly read to you what they sent me. Okay. Hi, the end times, a voice in the wilderness. Oh, it's so nice for them to just say, hi, we've got good news for you. Our team of policy specialists reviewed your channel, The End Times, A Voice in the Wilderness, and we found the content of your channel is not in line with our YouTube Partner Program Policy, YPP. As of today, your channel is not eligible to monetize, and you will not have access to monetize tools and features. Then, adding to that, while your channel was demonetized, you should not try to monetize new or existing channels to get around these restrictions. This includes using any of your related channels to apply to the YPP or directing viewers to your other channels that may already be monetizing. Doing so could lead to termination of all channels. Are they throwing their weight around? Well, they are and they can, and that's the problem. Social media is the wild, wild west. Okay, that's not a problem. The beeping, just seeing what it was. So the bottom line is that YouTube can and will more than likely terminate this channel eventually, sooner than later. They think that demonetizing it is going to be a big deal. They haven't paid me in 2.5 months. They filter me so that I don't make the ad revenue like I should. I'm only getting 50 to 100 views a month. I need to have 150 to 200 views to make the $100 minimum that they pay on the ads. Now, I'm not going to the bank with this stuff and celebrating on that. It helped pay for the internet back when the internet was expensive. Right now, it's about $100 a month, and the Patreon account is covering that. So I don't care. YouTube can keep their money. I didn't want to monetize it in the first place. I didn't monetize it initially when I first started my channel, but YouTube monetized it, and they were collecting the money from my channel and not sharing it. That's the only reason I did the things they wanted me to do. And it took me a little while to jump through their hoops to monetize it, but I did. So now they got their cut, but to both of us, it's really not a lot of money. But if they can steal by just, we don't like what you did. Now, I can appeal immediately. Of course, the same people are going to vote to whether or not the appeal is overturned will be the same people that voted to block me in the first place, take it away. If I appeal or don't appeal, I cannot reapply to monetize it till July this year. What difference does it make? If I'm going to comply, I'm going to comply today. Why wait till July? It's another flexing their muscles. We're big bad YouTube and we can do anything we want and you can't do anything about it. That's why I tried to leave a while back, a year or two ago, when they first started filtering. But Rumble was new. It was clumsy. It was not what we're used to, and I couldn't get anybody to move over there. Well, I'm telling you right now, be prepared to either give up this channel or go over and learn Rumble. You can go there now because I do have an active Rumble channel for this ministry. And I do dual post now. It was hard to dual post when I had bad internet. But now that the internet's fixed here, I got good solid internet. I post every day to YouTube and to Rumble. I get to change my flag on Rumble. I can change it to exclusive since they're no longer paying me here. They're pittance. In any case, get used to it or put up with it. YouTube and the rest of social media is the devil's playground. It really is. The biggest thing that's making money on all the social media, porn, because this is the wild, wild west. I'm old enough that I was around before the internet. And when the internet finally came out, it was very clumsy. It wasn't what you're seeing now. This is a million times better as far as appearance and what it can do. Back then, it was a file sharing program that used either FTP, file transfer protocol, or some programs got written called, one was called Kermit. And basically, you would send files from one university to another. We're working on this. We want you to collaborate. Here's what we're working on. That's what it was designed for. Somebody saw that it was a potential moneymaker. The visionaries saw that. Bill Gates was a visionary when he created Microsoft. He wasn't the electronic genius or the computer genius. That was his partner, Paul. But he was the visionary. And where'd that vision come from? We're beginning to find out. It looks like it might have been coming from the devil. In any case, they didn't want to restrict it. They wanted it to grow and flourish and see where it was going to go. So the government kept their hands off. They didn't do anything. They didn't regulate it. It's a communication platform. The FCC has no say over it. It's a political platform. Nobody has any say over it. It's a news platform. Nobody has any say over it. It's open. That's why Elon Musk bought Twitter, which is now renamed to X. And when he bought the company, paid a lot of money for it. And when he bought the company, he fired 80% of the employees. That's an astounding amount. And he said in an interview, it's amazing how few people you need to run a platform like that if you're not watching what everybody's saying and playing word cop. And you know, of course, that they're all biased towards the left and the devil, so therefore everybody was having problems. Now, who was it, Zuckerberg, Facebook? They did come out and admit that during the previous administration, they did do what they were told, quote unquote, by the government to harass Republicans, to give them a bad time, to spy on them, to whatever the government wanted. They didn't do it to the Democrats. They only did it to the Republicans because they were evil. The last administration was evil. That's what's coming, folks. When we get pulled out of here, that's the world that the people left behind are going to be living in. You think these people have died off and gone away? No, they've just gone back into the woodwork. They're cockroaches. They'll be right back out as soon as the lights are off. And we're not involved in the end times. The Bible doesn't mention the United States. The greatest Christian nation in the world is not mentioned. That ought to be frightening for everybody. And we can see how it could get there. Okay, so the internet is the wild, wild west. No one to police it but themselves. When Musk bought it, he cleaned up his side of it. I've already been through this on Facebook. I had the maximum Facebook accounts. I had the 5,000 public account, the individual account. I had a business account that had thousands. I was fully into it. And they came back and said that they were going to restrict access to my site because I was promoting hate speech. I'm doing like I'm doing now. I'm putting Bible verses up. I was even less political back then. I've become a little bit more vocal on it as I've been attacked by the left more. But in any case, my Pray for the president meme was probably what triggered this. It rose me above the scum that they've been living in. And someone stuck their head up and go, I guess we'd better deal with this guy. Pray for the president causes them to do this. It's evil. The devil's evil. You can't negotiate with evil. That's why we couldn't negotiate with Iran. Trump finally did the right thing, called his people home, says, Iran, when you're willing to honestly talk, give me a call. Otherwise, we're just going to do what we're doing. And that is blockading their ability to make any money. And their oil wells are going to be forced to shut down because they can't keep pumping with nowhere to go. And there's nowhere to go if there's no ships to carry it off. And once you shut a pipeline down and that can cause the pipeline to fail, but it also can cause the well to fail because it's under pressure. And when it stops going up, it can expand and collapse the walls. And it could shut down individual well providers for the oil. So they could lose their oil fields on top of all this. Now, they may try some tricks to do this. They might even dump it on the ground. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that they haven't done one thing yet that I'm surprised about. They want us to come in there with ground troops. You want that? They should start pulling their people out of buildings and shooting them in the street. That's evil. I'm not telling them to do that, but I'm looking at it. I'm playing devil's advocate, if you will. If they want more attention to come in there and try to stop them, the oil thing is going to shut them down and they're going to be done. They're desperate. They may start doing that. I hope not. I pray not, but these are evil people. Islam is a religion of the devil. It's his copy of Christianity. Muhammad probably didn't exist, and if he did, he was nothing like they've written about. The Quran was written a couple hundred years after he was gone, and it's a hodgepodge of stuff, and they've burned other copies that they didn't like. Oh, we don't want to say that. We want to say what's in this one. So they burned the bad stuff. It's human engineered religion, which is what the devil does. All right. So anyhow, be prepared to move over to Rumble. Go over and look it out. Set up a link. Even if you don't go there anymore, just go set up the link so that way you can find this page once I go down. It could happen anytime. I know other Christian preachers who have had their sites totally taken down. Oh, it's gone. We took it down. Somebody complained. We agreed. We took it down. Can I have my files? No, they're gone. This is the devil. You cannot negotiate. Okay, what did I want to do? I wanted to look over on YouTube and just kind of see what's over there for the news. Be kind of a parting shot for everybody. Dr. Barry has a new video. It's a 37-minute video, which is short for him. Proof positive the count to Pentecost is not what you thought. He's calculated out what it's supposed to be. He's a little over the top and flamboyant, but his knowledge of the Bible is enormous. And he's got good connections to help fill in when he's missing something. So check him out. Dr. Barry, Barry, AWE. He's a practicing chiropractor, but he obviously loves the Lord. So check out his channel. The attempted shooting has been in the news. It's something that shows, Jimmy Kimmel came on and said, oh, the First Lady is radiant. That must be her widow face or something. I forget exactly the wording he said, but basically, the president's going to get killed and you look radiant. It's he doesn't deserve a channel. He's been kicked off once and they put him back because the left can't get rid of their faces. They got to keep their talking heads up there because nobody else is going to listen to them. Okay, I'm just looking at other stuff that's on here on YouTube. If you've never been to a fan collection of fans at a con, I do recommend going at least once. And if you've never been to a Renaissance festival, I again recommend that you go once. So I'm getting videos and pictures of that kind of stuff going on. My memes are doing really well online. In fact, I've got to tell you what my current count is. I'm posting pictures on a video channel and it's going gangbusters. On my channel right now, I've got 6,278 subscribers. That's up a couple thousand from a month ago. And my views, 198,000 views this month alone. And most of that is from the memes. I've got 82 views today on Can You Lose Your Salvation? I have to change the titles on YouTube. On Rumble, I sometimes put the same thing up so I can keep track of what my videos are. If I don't remember which ones they are, then I can double post. So I use the same terminology. But when I'm only on YouTube, only on Rumble, I will use proper names. But the names have to be softened so that they don't get caught right away. Okay, anything else going on? If the season hasn't already started, I don't have Roku or any of these channels that has The Chosen. So I don't know if it started or not, but season 6 is supposed to be really, really good. As if the other seasons weren't. But season 6 should be really, really good. It's supposed to have the crucifixion in it. And Jonathan Rumi talked about it and said it was the hardest scene he's ever filmed. So, because he's a devout Catholic. I'm assuming regular Catholic, but he does the rosary bit and other stuff. I don't remember all the stuff involved in it. Okay, well, that's pretty much my channel right now is not as set up as it should be. I try to set it up and they keep messing it up because they're messing with me all the time. And again, you want to watch Agenda-Free TV, Agenda-Free TV. The guy's got a news commentary going on all the time. Whatever's going on in the world, he covers that. It's pretty good. And I started getting pictures, underwater pictures of these creatures that live down below, 500 feet. Some of them are really weird looking. God created everything, but he went wild down there. They're scary just looking at them. All right. I didn't want to talk too long today. I just had to say that the first salvo was sent. I won't be getting any money now out of Facebook, so don't put any money on thanks. The button's probably gone. And if it's not, it probably will be. Or if you put money on thanks, it probably goes right to YouTube and not to me. So be sure to use either sign up for Patreon, the PayPal account down in the description. Also, you'll find the Rumble account down there. And when I'm not on here so much, when I'm not on YouTube so much, I'm going to be doing more with my Telegram account, my Twitter account. I might even, no, I'm not going to go back to Facebook. Facebook's still the same. Rumble is going to be where you're going to find me when this account disappears. And my cousin, I think it's my cousin, found me again on this channel and liked it. When I deleted all my channels, I didn't notify anybody because Facebook made me mad that they would criticize God's word as hate speech. So I just deleted my accounts in 10 minutes or however long it took me. All right. Oh, and as to be expected, the VA meeting today to talk about my knee and other things didn't go. I was there. I was online waiting. Nobody showed up. And no call, nothing. It's like flip a switch, he doesn't exist. That's the VA. So I've got to go and deal with that sometime this week. I'm going to wait and see if I get a follow-up message saying that our doctor was sick or something, but if I don't get an excuse, I may have to try to escalate this. I wish Obamacare was bad. It was bad for everybody. But the one clause that they had in there that if you ever were treated this way at the VA, talk to us and we'll let you go to any doctor you want. And we're not going to pay transportation to fly you to Europe, but if you want to go see any doctor, if you can get to them, we'll pay for it. So I did, and they operated on my right knee. My left knee was almost there. He said, I might as well do it at the same time. And I go, I don't want to be unable to walk, period. At least I can hobble on one good leg. So I put it off. And then in the 6 months that I was waiting to do the next surgery, they defunded that clause. They defunded Obamacare. So I couldn't get it covered. And the VA still drags their feet. Somebody today said, yeah, I got to go for these cortisone shots now, or whatever they are that they shoot into your knee. They don't fix your knee. It's a delay tactic. The doctor I talked to, the two doctors I've talked to say, yeah, it's a delay tactic because it doesn't do a thing. It doesn't even really take away the pain as much as it should. There's other ways to deal with pain if they wanted to really take away the pain. They just want to delay it. So the VA, pray for them. They need to get their act together. And pray for YouTube. Maybe something miraculous will happen and they'll get a heart or they'll find Jesus. Something needs to happen because otherwise there's a lot of people going the wrong direction and they're being helped along by YouTube. Okay, that's all I have today. Keep watching. Go check out Barry Ah. I'm going to do that in a bit and see what he has to say. He's an interesting character. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless.